Rahubat Yassar. Welcome to another Paa Taraq reading with the Supreme Grand Council of 24 Elders. Anuki Rektu Sahotep. Paa Nashad will be read by Sabaktat Nafru Ankh.
Hatep Yassar, Anuki Sabaktat Nafru'an, Paa Nashad. Anuki da kal pa ashak papaot, wu kalal hashak kawan dakani. Anuki kasamun afaf papaot, wu papaot kawan kasamun afafni. Anuki wahu ama papaot, wu papaot kawan wahu amani. Nuk kado kawan kalal pafaf nuk ragab dakal papaut. Talama ragabni kawan bakay dakal papaut. Anuki yabad binafasni. Papaut kawan anuki. Papaut kado nuk kado. Papaut amul nuk amul. Tawakum.
Return to your own. 1. Likum. Learn to live for, of, and by each other. Nuwapu, Nuwapians. 2. Learn to love and care for each other. Nuwapu, Nuwapians. 3. Learn to respect and trust each other. Nuwapu, Nuwapians. 4. Learn to protect and support each other. Nuwapu, Nuwapians. 5. Learn to recognize that each Nuwapu Nuwapians is you, and you are each other. Nuwapu Nuwapians. 6. Learn that you were once a baby, then a child, then an adult, then an elder. Remember the stages of life you passed through, and treat others the way you wish to be treated. Nuwapu Nuwapians. 7. Learn to accept who and what you are born and your origin on this planet as being misplaced by other than self and kind. Return to your own, Nuwapu, Nuwapians. 8. Learn to respect only those of other races who respect you for who they know you really are. The first race on this planet, the first race created, the children chosen to be born on the best and richest part of this Kawak Taha, planet Earth, Africa, as Afaf Re'e Ka'u Africans, Nuwapu Nuwapians. 9. Learn to be proud and honored for your noble birth. Each one teach one. Reject what is not yours. Return what was forced upon you of foreign religions, beliefs, cultures, languages, and a way of living. Live and die only for your own, Nuwapu Nuwapians. Part 1 of Paa Taraq will be read by Him Natir Tepi Amun.
Rahubat Yassar. Anuki Kamam Him Natir Tepi Amun. Paa Nawam Shalal Paa Nagaru. The spell of sleep of the Negroids. Likum Ye Karadu. Em Nuwapu, O children of Nawapians, jewels of my eyes. There is a Nawam, a spell of sleep, cast upon the Nagaru Shalal, African race, the dark-skinned, woolly-haired people the world over. 2. By the females of Canaan's Cain seed, who learnt Wicca or witchcraft by the sons of Elohim, who raped and mixed their seed with Sethites, Enoshites, to birth the Gabaru of Pa Nefalu, Nephilim, or Egigi of the Anunnaki. 3. And it is a spell of physical and spiritual ignorance as well as self and race hate or indifference. 4. It was cast upon the Nagaru 6,000 years ago when Cushites depart Africa to travel eastward to Mesopotamia and Cush. Cush took a wife of the daughters of Canaan, Cain, seed. 5. His son Nimrod was born a Gabaru, Mugbaru, a demigod, half Patahite and half Enlilite. 6. He lived amongst those who worked white magic and was children of the overlords, Leverones, of Antares, called Lawi Tananu, Leviathan, from the Caucasus, cursed seed of Caucasians, lepers. 7. And their books of laws, transported from the Sumerian tablets, by Tammuz, son of Damuzi, and of the daughter of Nanar, called Inanna, Ishtar, Ashtoreth. 8. The books were called Torah from the 2 stone tablets. One was Enuma Elish, the second was the Atrahasis, first given to Enoch by Tammuz. 9. Later given to Moses on the mount. 10. These became the 613 laws, and from them many smaller scrolls on down to the Apocalypse, New Testaments, Revelation, and other scrolls on down to the Quran, the last testament of Habaru, Hebrewism, opinions called religions of Ibru'um, late called Abraham, and then Ibrahim's religions of laws, Mosesism, Jesusism, Mohammedism, the laws of Leviathan, which enforce the spell of ignorance of Africans' own true way of life and link to our own Salafu ancestors called animism as ancient animists. 11. And this is the true reason why no one has been able to really unite our race, for our belief in others' opinions on right and wrong, good and evil, their own religions, and prayer to their ancestors as physical or spiritual forces, called sixth ether. 12. From the side of Anu's son and their sons. 13. Enki and Enlil and their sister Ninhersak. 14. These are the Anunnaki. The 2 groups of Enki, you had Dengir, called Seraphim, Sarafu, Safaru. 15. And from Enlil, you have Igigi, called Cherubim, Karabu. 16. Their sons were first. Enki's was Murdoch and Merduk, and Enlil's son was Nanar. 17. The sister Ninhersak had a son by Enlil named Ninurta, who took the side of Enlilites over Enkyites. These are the Elohim of the Bible and the Alihat of Quran. The gods each is an El, or Lord of the gods. 18. So because our race has faith in the Enlilites, and this son of God called Nanar, the bright one, for 6,000 years, no one has been able to unite our race who accept their religions and teachings as if it is about them. 19. So no considerable number of Nagaru, Negroids, can come together unless it is under the religions of Mesopotamia, Abraham's contract, agreement, made with the Anunnaki, as you read in their Bible, Gospel, and Quran. 20. And this is also why we African people who descend from the Nagaru, from Sahat, Orion, and Sabatat, Sirius star systems, have not been able to make real progress. 21. The spell has made us look for the faults in our own leadership. 22. But trust any and everything the Caucasoid race teaches of himself and his spirit ghost forces of sixth ether, sex force of lust and luster. 23. Until we break the spell of their religious opinions, we will not have any real progress toward freedom of thought, self-control, and rule, as well as make the contact with our own spiritual ancestors who look on and wait for the day and time you retune your tone on their frequency modulation. 24. That will only come once you return to your own language, Nuwapuyi, your own culture, Wunuwap, and vibrate as a Nuwapu Nuwapian. 25. After the year 2000 AD, the second resurrection, the first was the breaking of the seventh seal in 1970 AD. 26. The 1/2 hour of 30 years on into the hereafter time cycle at 30 years, last years, or last half hour to make the single out 1 hour, 2030 AD. 27. The spell ended in the year 2000 AD. That was the end of the 6,000 years from 4000 BC. 28. Now is our time to renew our story and return his history. 29. His power was enforced with the help of the Caucasoid race, and their helpers of sub-races who worship their image as the beast. 30. Leviathan, Lawi Tananu, is the god at the Caucasoids and all who obey him and his. 31. They hypnotize the other races with white magic, called Wicca, of Druidism. They have become 3 tribes. 1. Celtics, 2. Celtics, and 3. Celtics. 32. They use their image to deceive the whole world. 33. It's a magic power they use by sex and pleasures and seal the hypnosis with spiritual ignorance and racial indifference, self-rejection. 34. And the only way the spell can be broken and the Nagaru be free again after 6,000 years and free in deeds and actions is that the spiritual ignorance be destroyed with actual facts, no faith, but our true faith, to have our own za'amat, opinions about us, not others, or his story, history, which is my story, why Nawap, our own black magic. 35. You see my children Nuwapu, when they returned to Africa from Mesopotamia, they brought with them both mental, religious, and physical disease, leprosy, with them in the genes of our own Cushites. 36. The mental and physical diseases spread across North Africa. 37. In the name of foreign gods and foreign religions, now called many forms of Christianity and Islamism. 38. You see, my beloved, when an African accepts the religious books of outsiders, makhraju, a word game is played on the mind, translate to the very soul. 39. The makhraju, outsiders, come with their book, Old Testament in Hebrew. Then when translated to mix with the Africa tongue, they always say, when asked exactly what does this word mean? 40. Oh, in our language, or one word can have many meanings. 41. So they in fact never give the exact meaning of each word in their Bible. 42. And then when the Mukhraju came with their books, the New Testament in Greek, Latin, then when translated to mix with the African tongue, they always say when asked exactly what does this mean? Oh, in our language, one word can have many meanings. 43. So again, they in fact never give the exact meaning of each word in their gospel. 44. And when the Mukhraju outsiders came with their book, the Last Testament, Quran, in Arabic, then when translated to mix with the African tongues, they always say, when asked exactly what does this word mean? 45. Oh, in our language, one word can have many meanings. 46. After generations, Africans accepted outsiders' ways, religions, beliefs, faith, never know true meanings. 47. Even those who mix their seeds with the outsiders, such as the Arabs, and Arabic, they accepted their religions and religious opinions by Hadith, Sunnah, and so much more from Pa Mukhraju, the ones from outside. 48. The original slave trader created in Africa Swahili and Hausa, and other dialects of Arabic spoken in parts of Africa. 49. Yet with that, they still did not get the true meaning of words, only mistranslations. 50. Some will say, I'm Arab, but born in Africa, because they speak a dialect of Arabic, and their ancestors mixed with the Arab invaders into Africa. 51. Yet they are Africans who lost their true roots by mixing and accepting that which was not born in Africa, that from Pa Mukhraju, the outsiders. 52. Now in ignorance they kill Africans in the name of Arabian religion, that they converted to or was born in by race mixing, spell of ignorance enforced even in Africa. 53. Now this same mental disease has spread from African slave throughout the Western world. 54. Now Nagaru Negroids world over who accepted the Arabian religion, Islamism, based on the Mesopotamia culture, and these Negroes now claim, I'm a Muslim, it's my way of life. I originated in Arabia as I claim this is my religion, sent to an Arab named Ahmed bin Abdullah, born 570 to 632 AD, in Arabia's city of Mecca, later called Mustafa Muhammad al-Amin, the prophet of the book in Arabic, a warner to his people. 55. So the mental and physical spell of sleep has spread even unto the West, in the form of forces, religions of Mesopotamia. 56. They must depend on Arabs for their own is accepted. 57. This is the spell of kingdom upon our race, the world over, which keep us behind the rejection of who and what we are by nature. Afaf Re'e Ka'u, Africans, with our own opinions about us and our past. 58. Our own 9 ether forces, our own black magic command, Kamet, Ham, the black race. 59. The very first race from whom all others came. 60. They have converted to image worship. They seek to dress the way the Arabs dress. They seek to speak the Arab's tongue and respect and worship the Arab ancestors and ghost spirit beings in the name of whatever has been taught to them. 61. While they reject their own dress, their own tongue, their own ancestors and spirit forces, this is a spell of sleep, a spell from our race. 62. Be it Hebrewism, Christism, or Islamism, in any form, they are not our own, but our nature as Africans, created on the best and richest part of the planet Earth, Africa. Accept your own. 63. When you accept Islamism, you're always in a state of dependency on Arab Muslims who check your Arabic, and do you follow them word by word, their traditions, the way they say it should be. You are a follower of the Arabic leadership and may call yourself an Islamic leader, a Muslim. 64. But if you use your own mind, they will alienate, make you estrange, slander, and even kill you if you don't follow their program. 65. You can shape or form your own brand of Islam, call yourself whatever, yet you greet each other in Arabic. You are saying, I exalt the Arabs and their tongue above my own, and their name of deity, Allah, just an Arabic word for God or two gods, or gods, nothing more, according to their own Quran. 66. You're only accepted if you worship an Arab's image, called following the Sunnah of the Arab's own warner and prophet. 67. They will say the religion of Islam is for all the world. Say the religion of Islam is for all the world, so is Buddhism, Hinduism, Confucianism, Christianity, Satanism, and Wiccanism. Each make that same claim. None of them was Africans. 68. To each people is sent a warning by a person of their own DNA genes, to each their own. 69. Nuwapu, you are African from Africa, and I am your warner. And Wunuwap is your warning, and our opinion, our own language, Nuwapu. Cool.
Paa Taraq Part 2 will be read by Nafartat Sintat M. Utiptat.
Anuki, Lesutat, Nafortat, Sintat, M. Huteptat. 70. I am African. I am Nuwapu. I am your warner. Many have come before me. Each had a part to prepare for my coming. The best of them used religion from outside of Africa. 71. Yet it was the baby steps in the adult doctrine of this, the here after the year 2000 AD. 72. So I came in 1962 AD with Wunuwapu as Amanubi Re'akata, and so my people were not ready for me. 73. So I gave them what they asked, to link to Al-Islam and link them to Al-Mahdi of the Sudan, called them Nubian to separate them from mainstream Islam, and gave them the 6-pointed star and crescent, then on to the spear and crescent. 74. Then on to Moorishism and Native Americanism. Then when I saw you were ready, I give you Wunuwapu. Again, the actual fact that I originally came to give, to renew you as the reformer of our own way, the way Paa Taraq. 75. And now the spell is lifting from my people. We have our own names, land, languages, and we have our own God linked to our ancestors. 76. Nuwapu'u, Nuwapians. It is futile trying to mentally or physically free hypnotize people without using the ancient forces of our own race, our own black magic of ancient Egypt, a formula that will reverse the hypnotic spell, Nawam, of sleep, which is keeping Africans world over in captivity up to the year 2000 AD. 77. The formula to reverse or destroy the Wa evil hypnotic spell, Lawani Tananu Leviathan, is Wunuwapu. 78. So it is futile trying to unite so-called Negroes mentally or physically without first uniting them with their own true path. This is breaking the spell of white magic and their evil 6,000-year formula of worshiping in their image. 79. Know the devil from your own. 80. We Nuwapians have our own Wahanu overseers, as we not realize to the Wahashu savages. 81. We don't need them, never did. They're evil and wicked by their very nature and seek to destroy all others as they fade from power little by little from 2000 AD. 82. Most religious people of the right of Ibrahim, son of Tarhu, or Abraham, son of Taraq, as they were known in Ur of Chaldea, and Taha, the Quran called Azar, was a priest of the ancient religion of Zarathustra, a Magi, of what is now Persia, who worship Ashtar, the deity of white light, which is fire, the coming of these deities under Ahura Mazda. 84. The winged disc, who was son of Zoran, father of Arahaman, the evil one. You see before again Nuwapu, the two sons, the father in Mesopotamia, and the god of fire, a light. 85. Just as Anu, the father called in the Bible, later Elion El, highest, who in Arabic is El Aliyu, the Most High. 86. And this Anu, father who acted in heaven, became father of two sons of conflict, of good and evil, sons agreeable and disagreeable. 87. One, the eldest, Ikwe, which meant master, a lord of earth, also known as Jah, Yahweh, and El, or Allah, and Ra, the agreeable brother. The other is Enlil, which means master, a lord of sky above, also El. 89. El is one of the Elohims, which is, in the Quran, is Aliyat, or the dual, the two brothers, Alhim, two Allahs. 90. Also each son had sons and daughters, who became the we, us, in the Bible and Quran. 91. So you have these extraterrestrials who came to this planet as Anunnaki, divided into two sides of the family as Dengar and Igis, known in the Bible as angels or seraphim and cherubims. 92. And was called many names by those they mixed their DNA with in each tongue. 93. Nkwe chose to move westward into Africa, women, and mix their DNA. 94. Enlil chose to stay in the east, in Asia, Mesopotamia, where his sons took Persian women and mixed their DNA. 95. From these you have the cursed seeds of Canaan and of Cain, and from them you have the Habaru, the Hebrew people. 96. And the birth of the laws by contract, called covenants, made with Ibrahim, son of Tarhu, and they became the Enlites, chosen people. 97. As long as they made blood and flesh offering, called sacrifice, to these bloodlusting, flesh-eating gods. 98. They also ate human flesh, as you read in their Bible. 99. So in the Middle East, when the Anunnaki land, they raped women, breeded a race of giants called Gabaru, Gabori, a race Gabar. 100. In Arabic, it is called Jabar. 100. These offsprings were evil and wicked as their fathers. Ban Ha Elohim, the sons of Elohim, called Nephalu, Nephilim, fallen ones, headed by the son of Enlil, called Nana, the bright one, God of light, who in Arabic is An-Nur, the light, from Hebrew, Nur, light and fire. 102. As long as they chose the one son, Enlil, over his brother Enque, and would claim Enlil is the oldest, or in Arabic, it became Allah Akbar. Allah is the oldest, the biggest, and as long as they claim he is the one and only God. 103. They worship he who would keep them safe from the other flesh-eating deities. So they were called Muslim from Salam, which does not mean peace or submit, but safe. 104. Don't believe me, check it out. And the word is from Hebrew, Salum, safe. They, Hebrews, later called Israel, would be safe, secure if they offered only to Enlil and his son Nana, the bright one, who wished to be the God of, or light of, the heavens and earth. 105. The one and only God, so you have today the same conflict at the son of children of God and Nu. 106. And Nu, the Most High God. 107. Even the books are divided into which son it is speaking for. 108. For example, you have Isaiah, Jeremiah, who fall under Yahweh. Then you have Ezekiel, Daniel, are under El Shaddai. 109. This is the reason for the contradictions and changes in the Bible and Quran. 110. Such ones Lord said to Abraham, I want you to kill your son Isaac as an offering to me. This one ate flesh. Genesis 18, 1 through 8. 111. Then later a Lord came to Abraham and said, don't kill, cut up, and cook. Burn your son. Here, take this ram. 112. And Quranic teachers said it was not Isaac, it was Ishmael, and in the Quran. 113. One Rab Lord said, face Jerusalem, where the 10 tribes of Israel worshiped then and again in Quran. 114. This or the other Rab said, no, turn and face Arabia. This is just the same as you find with Solomon, El, and Adonijah, Jah. 115. One in Jerusalem, the other in Judah. 116. So this conflict is still going on today in many sects, denominations, and groups. 117. Most have no idea they are a part of this conflict of the gods of Mesopotamia, who are the Anunnakis, not our Nagaru. 118. We as Africans are not related to the Anunnaki except for those Enque and children came westward and mixed their seed with in Africa. 119. And Cush moved eastward and mixed his Ethiopian seed with them in Mesopotamia to have his son, Agadabaru, Nimrod, or Numadaru, mix his seed. 120. And then later you have Sarah giving Abraham an African wife, Hagar, who birthed Ishmael, a mixed seed, who took an Ethiopian African wife and set up Arabia by way of his son, Kedar. 121. From whom Ahmed bin Abdullah descended, but he was mixed with Persian and Southeast Indian to birth a new breed of Indo-Arabs. 122. So this is how they mixed their seed into our seed, and we became as Yamashu, Ishmaelites of the tribe of Kedar. 123. On the Sultan by Fatima down to Al-Mahdi. Yet this is an Arabian religion which invaded Africa and forced upon us of Wunuwatling to our ancestors of ancient Egypt as Kamam Kemet, the black land, as Sudan means today, as Ashua Dan, the black, the Negro. 124. So true Nuwapians, know each school I taught play a part in your waking up from the spell, and hope you fall not back asleep into the opinion or religion of Mesopotamia, the Zoroastrian, and worship of the light, the fire, the bright one. 125. Let's break their spell. 126. If we Nagaru Negroids can achieve mental unity by way of Wunuwa, we are automatically united physically because the person talks and acts the way that they think. 127. By way of our own opinion, our own language, and our own Salafu ancestors, hence the result of ignorance thought, self-hate, and ignorant words and action, and words you claim, I am a Muslim, but depend on speaking Arabic to translate to Quran and give you their opinion. 128. The same with the Bible, Old Testament and Gospel, New Testament. You depend on other Salahu races to feed you their opinion on who you are, when life began, and where and by whom. 129. Yes, their Adam, as they say in their own books, was created in 4004 BCE. That would be 6,000 years ago. 130. That has not a thing to do with us in Africa and the bones uncovered that predate the Bible and Quran history by millions of years. 131. With DNA tests, we trace the mitochondrial DNA back to the black Negroid female before the male, just as it is done today in the womb. 132. The male grows out of the female. That is a genetic fact. 133. Not the male, Eve Atiti, from the side rib of the male Adam Adapa. Facts are facts, truth is truth. 134. All you have to do is ask, did Adam of the Bible and the Quran have a navel? 135. Did Eve have a navel? 136. Think on this, Nuwapians. Think, did they have navels connected to a biblical card which was attached to the fetus? 137. Fetus in Latin meaning to bring forth an unborn from a rahim womb of a woman. 138. Womb is from Old English, uterus. 139. Uterus is Latin for a hollow organ of female mammals in which the embryos and fetus are developed. 140. The embryos in Greece to swell inside and is the earliest stage of its development. 141. This is the Ladad birth system by nature. These are the actual facts. 142. Men came out of the Sayatu woman's body and are connected to an umbilical cord, which when cut results in the child having a navel. 143. Did Adam have a navel? If he was created from mud, dust, and clay? 144. Did he have any need of a navel if he was not shaped in the rahim womb of the mother? 145. Did Eve have a navel? And how, if she was taken from a rib bone, was taken out of a male named Adam? Genesis 2:7. 146. All this was the teaching of the spell called walk by faith, not by sight, or believe in the unseen. 147. Or don't use your own divine mind based on actual fact confirmation. 148. But believe what is told you out of fear of a God, Lord, Allah, Rab, El, Adonai, who will hurt you after you are dead. 149. He doesn't help you while you live, but is willing to hurt you with hell, fire, once you're Mawata dead. 150. Now ask, if he has the power to say be, and anything can be or happen. 151. Why not just say all be good, all be right, all be safe, all be cured, all? Why not use this power for good? 152. Why let there be war, hate, disease, suffering, corrado, children born defective? All he has to say is be perfect, world, and all in all. 153. Nuwapu is our wajet time to break the spell of ignorance of others' opinion that doesn't reason out as actual fact. Give them back their Zadarat opinion on us, who we are, where we come from, and what we should be. Return to our own. Madam.
I am who I am will be read by Hatshep Satuk Anukis.
Anuki, Kimamtet, Hatshep Satuk Anukis. I am who I am. 1. I have been with you because I love you all. I am Zedri, Zetri, Zedi, Paa Manzal, Natar, Amunabab, Re'e, Akata, Zedi. 3. I will soon depart from you. 4. I will incarnate from time to time to renew our timeline. 5. I am here, which is there now. 6. My time to depart is near, so I only wish you knew who I was to you. 7. I will return again and again. Look for me in the wind. Look for me in the waters. Look for me in the soil. Look for me in your dreams. 8. I will reincarnate again when needed. 9. This is my findings. 1. They look at me, yet they don't see the real me. 2. They listen to me, yet they don't hear what I am really saying. 3. They have touched me, and still they were not able to feel me. 4. They have kissed me, yet they did not love me. 5. They were born of my genes, yet they are not my child. 6. They follow me, yet not close enough. 7. They came to me, yet they did not stay. 8. They smiled with me, yet they did not mean it. 9. They greeted me, yet and still never meant it. Tawakkul.
Tawakkul. Please tune in every Saturday at 8 p.m. for another Paa Taraq, and at 9 a.m., 3 p.m., and 9 p.m. for chanting with the Supreme Grand Council of 24 Elders. Wada'u Yosar.